Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I will explain unit ramp response of first order system. So you can observe here we have standard first order system. First order system means with given system we have one pole. We need to identify unit ramp response. Unit ramp response means input signal is unit ramp signal. So R of S is unit ramp signal means it is 1 by S square. In unit ramp response, we need to identify output C of S provided input is unit ramp signal. To identify output, I will take transfer function of the system. Transfer function is output C of S divided by input R of S. For negative feedback system, transfer function is G of S, that is 1 by ST divided by 1 plus G of S H of S. G of S is 1 by ST and H of S is 1. So this is transfer function. Now here if you take LCM, then this ST that is getting cancelled from numerator and denominator. So in numerator we will be having 1 and in denominator we will be having 1 plus ST. Right. So this is transfer function. Now we need to identify output C of S. So output C of S, that is R of S into transfer function. Here R of S, that is input, that is 1 by S square for unit ramp signal. So 1 by S square into transfer function, that is 1 divided by 1 plus ST. So this is what output in Laplace domain, but we need output in time domain. So we need to apply inverse Laplace to this, but directly we cannot apply inverse Laplace to this. We need to have this function in addition form, and to convert given function in addition form, what we need to do? We need to apply partial fraction expansion. So let us apply partial fraction expansion here. In partial fraction expansion, here we have this function, that is 1 by S square into 1 by 1 plus ST. And we need to convert this function in addition form. So here we will be having A divided by S plus B divided by S square plus C divided by 1 plus ST. Now let us have cross multiplication. So on this side we will be having 1 along with A. In denominator we have S. So over here we will be having S into 1 plus ST. Here we have B. In denominator we have S square. So B into 1 plus ST. And here we have C. In denominator we have 1 plus ST. So we need to multiply S square over here. Now to identify this constant A, B and C, we need to take the values of S. So let us take value of S, and as if S is equals to 0, in that case this term is 0 and this term is 0. B into 1 plus 0 is equals to 1, means B is equals to 1. Here if you take S is equals to minus 1 by T, in that case what will happen? This term and this term will be 0. So minus 1 by T square, that will be 1 by T square is equals to 1, means C is equals to T square. Now here we don't have anything which we can directly consider. So directly we are taking S is equals to T. Now if I take S is equals to T, then we will be having 1 that is equals to A into S, that is T now, into 1 plus ST, means we will be having T square. Here we have plus B into 1 plus ST. So 1 plus T square will be there with us. And with C, here we have T square already, right? And S square is T square, means this will be T raised to 4. And this B, that is 1, So let us place b is equals to 1 over here, right? Now we need to simplify this further. See, here this 1 is equals to this. So you can observe this one and this one, that is getting cancelled. So here we will be having 0 is equals to a into t into 1 plus t square. And here we have t square plus t to the power 4. So you can take t square common, 1 plus t square over here. And 1 plus t square, that is getting multiplied with 0. So we will be having 0 is equals to a into t plus t square. So here if you take t square on the other side, then you will be getting a, that is minus t square by t means minus t. So now we have a, b and c. So we can convert this multiplication term in addition form. So now we will be having c of s, that is a divided by s. A is minus t divided by s. We have b by s square, b is 1. So plus 1 divided by s square, plus here we have c divided by 1 plus st. C is t square. So t square divided by 1 plus st. So that is how we can do partial fraction expansion. Now we need to simplify this. So here, see, we need to apply inverse Laplace. Before that, let us simplify this further. So here we have minus t by s, that we can directly convert, plus we have 1 by s square, that also we can directly convert. But here we have t square by 1 plus st. So if you take t common from denominator, then 1t is getting cancelled. So in numerator we will be having t, and in denominator we will be having s plus 1 by t. Now to this we can apply inverse Laplace. So after applying inverse Laplace, we will be having output in terms of time domain. That will be minus t by s is there. So minus t into u of t. Here we have 1 by s square. 1 by s square is ramp signal. So here we will be having t into ut, that is ramp signal. And t is constant, and 1 by s plus 1 by t, that is e to the power minus t by capital T into u of t. Right. Now from this function we can take u of t common. So minus t plus small t plus capital T into e to the power minus t by capital T and whole into u of t. Right. So this is our output in terms of time domain. Now to plot this output in terms of time domain, we need to understand steady state error. So first of all, I will explain you calculation of error signal. See here, error signal that is happening here, that will be E of S in Laplace domain, and that will be E of t in time domain. This error signal will be input signal minus this feedback signal, that is C of t, right? So here this error signal E of t will be input signal R of t minus output C of t. Here R of t, that is input signal. And what is input signal? Input signal, that is ramp signal, right? And what is ramp signal? T into ut. So here input signal R of t, that is t into u of t, and output that we have derived, that is this. Now if you carefully observe here, this term and this term, that is getting cancelled, right, as we have negative sign over here. So if you further simplify this, then minus minus, that is getting plus, that is t, and then minus capital T into e to the power minus t divided by capital T into u of t. So that is error signal which we have, right? And based on error signal, we can identify steady state error. What is steady state error? Steady state error is limit t tends to infinite e of t, right? So here we have limit t tends to infinite, e of t is this. So here we have t minus t into e to the power minus t by capital T. Now if you place t tends to infinite, then here we have e to the power minus infinite. So 1 divided by infinite is 0. So this term will be 0, so only t will be there. So steady state error over here, that will be capital T only, right? So now we have steady state error. So based on steady state error, let me explain output response graphically, right? So here, if you observe, see input signal, that is ramp signal, right? And here output signal, that is having steady state error, that is capital T. So what will happen is, like here, as and when signal will start from 0, and you can place that over here. If t is 0, right? If t is 0, then you see minus t plus t into e to the power 0 means minus t plus t, that will be 0. So output that will start from here. It will start from here and it will increase exponentially like this. It will increase exponentially like this. And after some time, it will be having straight line as we have r of t, right? And if you observe, it is straight line like this, right? So here there is offset. Here there is offset. And this offset is steady state error, ESS, that is t, right? So response is happening like this. This response, that is C of t, that is having steady state error, that is t, and C of t that we have calculated, that is minus t plus small t plus capital T into e to the power minus t by capital T of u of t. Let me note it down over here. So that is how output response that is coming with unit ramp input with first order system, right? So this is how output response will come. Still, if you have any further queries, just post that in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video.